Oh, let's see. Retribution. Will it remind you of someone or another group 10 years ago? Nexus? Doing the exact same thing, causing chaos, scaring, attacking, making a name for himself. They attacked the PC crowd. They scared away cameraman, scared away the announcers, Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Um, okay. Uh, there's five of them. I think two of them are women. One had a chainsaw cutting the ropes. Chainsaw Charlie flashbacks, aka Terry Funk, known as Terry Funk. um, I have a theory. Hear me out. So, I think WWE bought Evolve, right? Remember, Evolve has specials on their network. I think Retribution is members, the members of the wrestlers that worked on Evolve are part of our Retribution. I don't know. I just my gut that they're part of Retribution. I just don't. I know they signed a couple guys from Evolve. I'm not sure how much. I know there's confirmed about two, but it could be more. But yeah, I think it's Retribution is Evolve rosters from Evolve because they scooped up. So they could pretty much use anybody from Evolve as a contract there. Really, it's WWE's decision, and maybe some members, disgruntled members of the roster of Evolve are mad or whatever at WWE. I don't know. I just think it's Evolve, or it could just be regular NXT guys that's starting up a new faction. I don't know. As over the coming weeks, we'll find out what Retribution's deal is and who they are to reveal the mask. But yeah, they remind me of Nexus doing the same stuff. The only difference is Nexus, you knew who they were, and Retribution, you don't know who they are under the mask. There's a little bit of Aces and Eights from TNA with the mask thing. It took a while for people to be on mask. Retribution will probably take a couple months. But I don't know who's going to be. We'll eventually find out a leader. I think somebody's going to be a leader. We just don't know who. There has to be a leader, right? That'll happen at some point. Okay, so that's the ending of SmackDown. But I'm going to talk about the first part we saw. Bray Wyatt had his fire from Funhouse. People are blaming him for the attack on Alexa Bliss last week, right? But he says it wasn't him, it was the Fiend. And the Fiend had more dangerous, devious plans for Alexa Bliss if he doesn't get what he wants, which is the Universal title. Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman hasn't been responding to him since the Strong match. Okay. Makes sense, right? So later on, it'll be the Fiend segment, and hopefully gets an answer from Braun Strowman, which he obviously does. Next, we have a match between Matt Riddle and Sheamus. Sheamus moves on from Jeff Hardy. This match is very good. Obviously, Matt Riddle wins here in a DQ because outside the ring, Chad Gable tries to attack Matt Riddle to get the bounty, to get the money from King Corbin. King Corbin, obviously. Obviously got a bounty from King Corbin. But Matt Riddle beats the shit out of Chad Gable. And Matt Riddle gets a win via DQ, right? Sheamus is pissed, as he should be. Should be. This has effects later on. You see Sheamus confront King Corbin, who was talking to this woman. I have no idea who she was. Blaming him for that Chad Gable winning onto Matt Riddle, costing Sheamus the match. And Jeff Hardy is going to face Baron King Corbin later tonight. And you know what happens then. Then we have the dirt sheet with Miz and Morrison. The guest is Sonya Deville, apparently. But the first guest was Mandy Rose's hair. And you remember last week, Sonya Deville went crazy cutting off Mandy Rose's hair. And apparently they had a puppet with Mandy Rose's hair with eyes. And they're interviewing it. Oh my god. And the answers, you can hear Miz and Morrison trying to be like a ventriloquist. It was so stupid. It was so lame. Everybody was on Twitter said it was lame. It was lame. It was a big time joke. I don't know if that's worse than the karaoke. It might just be It might have been almost as worse than karaoke if it wasn't for Sonya Deville as the next time coming out and hitting a passionate promo and saying why she did what she did. She reminded the people why she wanted to do with the Mandy what she wanted to do by making her hideous on the outside, like how she's hideous on the inside, And with cutting her hair and the makeup, yeah, she did that to prove a point. And she's blaming Mandy that she's only good for one thing by looking good, the Golden Goddess, whatever. And that's the only reason she's in the WWE because of her looks. And that's what Sonya Deville is pointing out. I know a lot of people are against that with WWE, like with women now, but it kind of makes sense here with Mandy Rose because people say that about Mandy Rose. uh, but she's talented in the ring. But they're using it as a storyline. Sonya Deville is obviously envy, jealous, whatever, of Mandy Rose, of how she got in WWE, and so it's being favored over her. And that was a passionate promo. Sonya Deville's been killing it ever when she's been on SmackDown. Whenever they use her, I didn't see Heavy Machinery went out because they're getting pissed, especially Otis attack Miz and Morrison. Miz and Morrison get out or a commercial. And there's a match between Heavy Machinery and they got Miz and Morrison as the main event. Okay. You have a match between Cesaro and Lacerado of Lucha House Party. Cesaro gets the win here. It was a good little match. Cesaro wins. Obviously, Lacerado's not going to beat Cesaro. I assume there's going to be a tag team match between these two for the titles. Okay. Then we have at top of the hour, the Fiend music hits. Right? Red, he comes down to the ring, then goes to commercial. When you get back from commercial, you see Alexa in the ring and the Fiend taunting her. He walks backwards like this, like backwards. You know how he does his walk. He's about to do claw again. Alexa Bliss goes like this and moves the claw away. The way she did it sounds like, I don't know, the way she moved his hand it was weird. It's almost like, is there something there between the two? Is she having Stockholm syndrome or something, or is she falling for the Fiend? I don't know. That's what it looked like when she moved his hand out of the way. And the Fiend was like a little bit confused about that, or was she setting him up? Then all of a sudden, Braun Strowman appears on the jumbotron, and he says he doesn't give a damn about Alexa. And the Fiend has woken up the monster, and then he's become the monster among men, right? The Bray was listening, the Fiend was listening. The way that Braun Strowman gave me confidence at this match will be good. And I start to believe in Bray, to believe in Braun Strowman more that he could win this match by really waking the monster that was in him. It was a good promo, Braun. One of his best promos in a long time. This is the kind of promo Braun Strowman needs, especially going for this big time match with the Fiend at SummerSlam. Perfect promo. I don't know what happened to Alexa after that. I think that was done with. I'm looking forward to Braun Strowman versus Fiend, the monster among men against the Fiend at SummerSlam. Who else? We got backstage at Heavy Machinery. Otis is pissed. They have an interview, blah. And Otis is not joking this time. He's gonna obviously they walk away. Then we have the match between King Corbin and Sheamus. All right, two power guys going at it. I don't know if Sheamus is turning face here. Maybe. Well, King Corbin actually had a match with Jeff Hardy. But unfortunately, Sheamus broke kicked Jeff Hardy while the match was going on. So Jeff Hardy couldn't wrestle. And then Jeff Hardy got the win. But another match was set up between Sheamus and King Corbin. And Sheamus is doing well. It was a good match for a little while. Two big, powerful guys going at it. Matt Riddle came in, go on the ropes to Corbin duck. Corbin got broke kicked by Sheamus. Corbin loses, gets pinned. Oh yeah, and early in the show, Sheamus broke kicked Chad Gable for ruining his match against Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, you see him walking up the ramp, all happy, laid back, cool, going like this. I don't know, shake. Okay. We see an interview with Miz and Morrison. They're making fun of Heavy Machine, more specifically Otis. How he's tough, blah blah. Yeah, and when eating, right? Okay, and the main event happened. Um, Good match. Sonya Deville accompanied Miz and Morrison. Heavy Machine came out with both of them, and it was a good match. Like when I was watching it, all of a sudden Mandy Rose with short hair comes out, attacks Sonya Deville in the match. Obviously, no contest. It really ended 9:50. I don't know that quarter to 10, 9:50 Eastern time. I was like, this is. I thought it was gonna be turned into a six-way tag team match with Mandy Rose and Heavy Machinery versus Sonya Deville and Mr. Morrison, but unfortunately not. They brought Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose were brawling for like 2 or 3 minutes. That happened, and then all of a sudden Retribution created chaos to end the show. As I said earlier in the show, um, camera crew ran out. The announcers, Corey Graves and Michael Cole, ran out. They attacked some PC guys in the stands. One woman, a couple guys. One of the guys had a chainsaw cutting the ropes. You're making noise. Okay. So Retribution made their name itself. We'll have to wait the wall. Oh, I forgot one segment. Bailey and Sasha Banks. Sorry, Bailey and Sasha Banks backstage. Someone told a producer or whatever told them that they need to be in the ring, and Stephanie McMahon's going to be talking to them via satellite or whatever from her home. So they're in the ring, trying to praise Stephanie McMahon and stuff. So Stephanie McMahon says about if obviously if Asuka beats Bailey on Raw, she'll face Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title at SummerSlam. But with Bailey, there's going to be a triple brand battle royal. I think next week on SmackDown, determine the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's title at SummerSlam, which finally answers something I've been questioning about who's going to challenge Bailey. So we're going to know next week, maybe next week, whoever wins that triple brand Royal Rumble battle royal from Raw, NXT, and SmackDown will challenge Bailey for that title. I think it's going to be Naomi, but whatever. And so that's the show. It was a good SmackDown except for the Mandy Rose hair bit. That was the stupidest thing I ever seen. But oh well. Retribution. Okay, it's okay. It reminded me of Nexus a little bit. Copied Nexus a little bit. But that's the kind of thing they had to go there because they're called Retribution. So causing chaos. That's the right thing to do there. Nexus is there to make a statement. Retribution is there to make a statement, but they have to do it like this way by causing chaos, anarchy. And they're not ninjas. I remember people saying, well, they're ninjas. You have to tell us out. No, I told you, they're not ninjas. Because if they were ninjas, they would not flow into the generator. Sorry. The generator being, they would know the camera's there. Ninjas would know the camera's there to make sure not to be seen. That's what a ninja would do. So these are not ninjas. They're anarchists. Okay? So yeah, that's the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.